Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. Okay, no, it's not a vlog. Okay, hi guys, welcome to my... I'm so used to doing vlogs. Hey guys, what's up? Been a while. I have a special guest with me today to help me do this storytime video for you guys. So I'd like to welcome you guys to my homie, my sister, my bestie, KJ. Drum roll.
Hi guys. So I think you guys would have recognized me from
some of my old vlogs. I'll put the description down below if you guys want to check out some of her shenanigans in my old videos.
The reason why we're doing this video today is we're going to talk to you about our trip to Sri Lanka and India. It was like 2 years ago, was it?
Yeah, it was about 2 years ago, and it was one of the best trips that we've ever been on.
Yeah.
There was 5 people from my family, and
there's like 7, including, but then my cousin also came, so it was like 8.
So that's 5 plus 8, which is 13 people that went on this mad long India trip. Well, we kind of went to Sri Lanka together, so we just thought we'd tell you guys about our trip because we had some really funny encounters and some really awesome stories. And we've told our friends these stories and they've really liked it, so we really wanted to share this with you guys. I've been dying to do this video for ages, so we're finally doing it now.
Okay, so we'll just give you like a background story on like how this trip came about.
Yeah.
So my cousin was getting married in Sri Lanka, and so my dad was like, you know, because we all have to be there for her, so we're like, let's go to Sri Lanka. So we're like, oh, we're going to Sri Lanka, might as well go to India because it's next door. So my mum wanted to go to the Taj Mahal, and we obviously wanted to go to Thailand. My mum won, clearly.
Every Amma wins these arguments, right?
Yeah. And so because we were going to Taj Mahal, I told, like, my dad spoke to Swana's dad and was like, you know, we're going to go to India, we're going to go to Taj Mahal, are you guys interested?
Yeah, and we also got invited to the wedding in Sri Lanka because we're actually also related. So my dad was like keen. He was like, yeah, why just go to Sri Lanka? We might as well go explore India as well. Every time we go, we practically only go to like Chennai. And then our mums just like buy all the saris. So
we never go to the north. So,
yeah, and we never explore and like see all the awesome stuff that India has. My dad was really keen to, and as I mentioned in a lot of my videos, you know, my brother has a disability and my dad has this dream to take my brother to all the 7 wonders of the world, heritages, etc. So, you know, Taj Mahal was definitely on the list, and we played a little game and we kind of told our dads as well that the Taj Mahal is going to get closed off soon because it's becoming really polluted and they're going to have gates up.
Something to do with like the pollution and acid rain, like destroying the marble,
and then you know, tourists can't get up and close with it, so we were like pushing them and encouraging them because we know how these dads are, like they just talk, but you know, sometimes it just never happens. So this was another motivational factor for why our dads were like, okay, we've got to organize this and we've got to go see Taj Mahal and whatnot.
Some of the other places were like also on our hit list, whereas like Kerala, Delhi, Maharashtra,
Rajasthan,
Vrindavan, which is in Uttar Pradesh. And Swana's family wanted to see Mysore, which is in Karnataka.
So I think we branched off only once, but the rest of the trip we were together. So that was pretty cool. When we did go to Sri Lanka, we did try to sync up, but unfortunately we had like we're both from Sri Lanka, so we have way too many family members that we had to visit. So it was really hard to sync the trips together. We practically went to all the same places, all the same temples. We were just a day behind from these guys. So we'd always call them to be like, hey, is it good to go?
Yeah.
Is it good to go?
There was actually a time when we were like we were in a van, and we turned around and Swana's van was behind us. So we would travel in vans. Yeah. That's the best way to travel from like each part of each city to city.
That was a pretty interesting experience in Sri Lanka. But yeah, no, we wanted to do this video mostly about our trip to India. So I think these guys got to India the day before us. Or
no, it wasn't the same day, but we were just there like maybe like 4 hours earlier.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, and then we got there, and so we met at the airport.
Indira Gandhi, I think that's the name of the airport in Delhi. The van came and picked us up, so we got in the van, we're all set, we're ready to go, and we made our way to Vrindavan, which is in Uttar Pradesh.
And that's the birthplace of Krishna. For those of you who don't know who Krishna is actually a Hindu god. That's about it.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows that, but like, thanks for clearing that up.
The blue god, yeah?
He's not completely mortal, but not
he's like half mortal and half immortal. Yeah. So when we think of India, right guys, what do we associate it with? We associate it with being a very hot, summery country. So that's kind of how we prepared for our trip.
But the thing is, my dad warned us when we were packing, saying, oh, we're going to go to Vrindavan, which is in Uttar Pradesh. It's going to be cold and stuff. And we're like, yeah, whatever. So we thought the cold is going to be like a bit of a breeze.
Yeah. So, and my dad told me to wear socks. He was like, make sure you wear socks. And I was like, what the frick? I'm not going to wear socks to India.
No one's gonna make jumper, okay?
Okay,
Like,
I don't want to wear a jumper. I don't want to carry like a huge jumper and look like an idiot in India. This is where we're trying to tell you guys, listen to your parents because we died. We felt like we were in Antarctica because Vrindavanam is like, is that north? It's like,
it's north. It's definitely north, but
yeah. So we were freezing to death. Like, we kid you not, like we had wrinkles in our hands and we were just like rubbing them together and we were just dying in the cold. The guy that was driving our van, he took us to a nice restaurant. It was past midnight, I think it was.
yeah, because it took a while to get to the city of Vrindavanam
From Delhi, because that's where we got off.
Yeah, and so while we got there, and we're like, you know, we're really hungry. We just came off a plane. We need some food. So then he dropped us at some deserted restaurant. I swear to God, it was out of like nowhere.
Nowhere, yeah. And
And-
so we were just like, okay.
Mind you, none of us can speak Hindi, okay? The only person that can speak somewhat okay is my dad, but then again, it's not that great.
Yeah. Well, we just made do with wherever we got
It was
dropped off.
interesting though.
I mean, there was 13 of us, so we're not really afraid, regardless of
No
where
one
they
can't
dropped.
really like jump us.
Yeah, we made the area busy with 13 of us boarding off the van. We went to this restaurant and we were just freezing and they cooked us like hot naan and we didn't actually have any meat at this particular stage of the trip. We are heading to Vrindavanam, which is the birthplace of Krishna, so most of the stuff that we're going to visit the temple, so we were vegetarian. And quite honestly, being vegetarian in India is so easy because vegetarian food in India is just delicious. So I think we had naan and like paneer curry and stuff like that. And then they had like these stoves that they were cooking the
naan in.
naan in. So we were like standing over it, just like warming ourselves up. And then they actually gave us a heater.
I asked, I think the restaurant person, I'm like, oh, like, do you not have like heaters? So how do you keep warm? So we eat a lot of ghee, and I was like,
Yeah, and they're dressed warm too. They're like dressed in like layers and layers of clothes while we're there in like shirts and like tights or something.
I think they're also used to it. So.
Yeah, they're kind of used to it. We're not. We're from Australia, for God's sake. So we're not really used to the cold that much. Yeah. So then after that, we headed to our hotel and we didn't really know what our dads had planned and what they booked because they did this all on their own. And we were pretty impressed. The hotel was really, really nice. But we had to go to bed quite quickly because we had to be up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to head to the temple.
Yeah, so then we went to the temples in Vrindavanam. So all these Krishna temples. So we got into the van, and the driver was like, okay, I'm going to drop you to the entrance of the temple. So we're like, oh, cool. And he dropped us. We got off the van, and it was it was during a dog fight between two like gang dogs, and it was so scary.
So we boarded off the van, and all we heard was just like barking, like mad barking. And the thing is, like, I love dogs, but I'm a bit like, it takes me a while to warm up to them. I get scared really quickly because there was a point where I was really scared, and now I'm slowly warming up because my friends are exposing me to, you know, their dogs and stuff. So I was freaking out. So I was like, oh my God, I am not going there. There's just so many wild dogs barking. It's like two packs of dogs, like gang 1 and gang 2, and they were just at each other. Like, we had never seen something like this before. Yeah. So we kind of freaked out.
And the driver, I love him and everything, but he
kind of just left us stranded there. So we were a bit like, and the thing is, like, my brother gets off the van last so we can get him out properly. So we were a bit scared to get him down, especially with these dogs out there. So we were just like, we just told my mum, some of the younger siblings, like her siblings, to just stay in the van. I think the driver, he took like a stick.
He took a stick, but then the locals, they ran with the bloody stick and they started hitting the dog. So then
they didn't hit the dog.
They didn't hit the dog. I was a bit like, I mean, I was scared of the dog, but then I felt sad as well. I mean, I don't know.
I thought they just like smacked the ground to just kind of chase them away. Oh my God. Okay, that's really sad. I didn't know this. They chased the dogs away and kind of just cleared the area.
Yeah.
And then we got everyone off the vans, and then we got my brother off, got his wheelchair down and everything.
Part of the package is that we get a guide for each city. So we had a guide.
So this is how we like. No. It was pretty cool. He was all warm and stuff.
We just can't
He was just a funny guy. He met us at the entrance of the temple. So while we were making our way to the temple, the place was just flocked with monkeys. Like, it was a pretty cool experience. Like, there was just monkeys everywhere, and we got told to clutch onto our valuables. Actually known to steal hats and stuff like that, and
like take your cameras and everything.
Yeah, and the thing is, I wasn't vlogging back then, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have like amazing footage for you guys right now. But I was going through a bit of a phase where I loved taking what I thought were professional photos. So I had my little SLR camera on my shoulder. So I was like clutching onto that just to make sure that the monkeys don't steal it. And we're walking down and I was like secretly trying to snap photos. And then the guy actually showed us, like, it was like a courtyard and there was like all these tulsi trees planted.
Yeah, and so basically each tulsi tree is a gopi, and apparently at night time they talk amongst each other
And they
like,
dance
or something like that. Apparently that's the myth. People that don't know what a tulsi tree is, it's
Yeah.
just basically a religious plant, and it's often associated with Krishna. So
Yeah.
you have it like a lot of like Hindu families will have it in front of their
Houses
or
and stuff like that.
or the backyard or whatnot.
Gopis are actually Krishna's, what are they, like, devotees? They
Like maidens.
they really
He's like
No maidens.
What are gopis?
You can say devotees, yeah.
Yeah, gopis are
why are
like,
you laughing for?
I know all of that.
because
as
the
well.
context, we're saying the wrong thing. Okay,
So probably making this. I'm sorry for like telling misleading information. This is what we know.
from 2 years ago. But basically, the gopis are devotees of Krishna.
They're like
Really
very
like him.
heavenly, beautiful girls that
They're like
follow
goddesses.
around.
And they really
Krishna.
like Krishna. Yeah, each of the tulsi symbolizes each of the gopis, and they say that at night time they dance. I think like when there's like wind and stuff. So that was pretty interesting. I
Yeah.
think we quite liked that.
Yeah,
And I know that she's got a tulsi tree at the front of her house, so like her mum quite liked that
yeah. Because
experience.
I come from a very religious family, so
Yeah. And then after that, we went into all the temples, and like we really liked the architecture, like the designs on the temples, because each of the designs were like a story about Krishna. So those are really nicely painted and very, very detailed. And then after that, we went to the House of Mirror.
yeah. So the House of Mirror was basically like a house of widowed women. And
So these are like women that have, you know, lost their husbands and stuff. So they're given like a house, which in a way is good. They're given like something to do, some financial support. But I think one thing that we both didn't quite like is that they were kind of forced to, or we believe they were forced to.
we
shave their
believe they were
heads.
forced to be like in that room, like locked
Like
up in.
their heads they had to shave their hair, and they had to wear white clothing. But that's kind of like part of our religion as well. Usually,
I mean, it's no longer done anymore. I mean, you don't. I mean, you could do it out of your own choice, but I don't think you should do it because like someone.
Is, like, pressuring you.
Enforced on
Yeah.
someone.
So
That's
we,
wrong.
Yeah, so we got to see these ladies, and I think they were like making garlands and things for the Krishna temple because they are devotees of Krishna. That was really nice, and we were asked to like donate some money, so we did donate some money to sort of like help them with their lives and stuff like that. So that was quite nice.
And then we went back to the hotel, and then we had breakfast.
Yeah.
And then
Breakfast was delicious. I believe it was puri. So-
yeah, it was puri, and we had a bit of like
Potato curry.
like dal curry.
Yeah, so that was really delicious. That was really nice. And then that was it. That was our time in Vrindavanam. And then we
headed off to Agra.
so we had to pack our bags, and then we were off to Agra finally to see Taj Mahal. So we actually changed our clothes as well because we didn't want to be wearing jumpers and tights in our Taj Mahal photos. So we changed our clothes, washed our face, had our breakfast, and then we packed our bags, loaded the van, and we were on our way to Agra. Hi guys! I hope you enjoyed this storytime video of our time in Sri Lanka and then the start of our India trip. We have many more interesting stories from our stay in India on its way. Thank you so much to KJ for featuring in my video. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. We would love to know if you guys have been to Vrindavan or India in general. Share your experience in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at thelifeofasocialbutterfly. You can also Snapchat me at thelifeofa_SB. All my social media links are in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe, and both KJ and I will see you in our next video. Bye!